Hello everybody. Today we're going to be working on an adorable owl. This owl is made of a paper plate. See? He's got the sides that open. He's got two big owly eyes, a beak, and two little feet. So let's get started. You need a paper plate, just a plain old paper plate, nothing fancy, no designs on it. You need some glue. You need a pair of scissors. And you need some markers. Now you can use any colors that you like, but I thought about kind of owly colors like brown and yellow and orange and gray and some black. And if you would like, a Sharpie marker can help too. You'll also need some scrap paper. You need a color for the beak. You need a color for the feet and a color for the eyes. I think that a yellow or a golden yellow works best for the eyes. As you can see, I need a color for the eyes, a color for my beak, and a color for the feet. So when you get all of your materials together, let's begin. We're going to start off by doing some design work. We want to make the belly, the front of the owl, look like feathers. So inside the circle part, only the circle part of your plate. See, it has a circle in there. We're going to make a scalloped line, which is like a letter U across the top of the circle. Then your next line, you continue with your scallop line, but now make each one of these scallops touch the one that you just did on the line. You'll notice that the lines start to get bigger as you go down. And here's where I'm using my colors. I hope you can see the yellow. Might be a little difficult for you to see. There. And of course you can make a pattern or not make a pattern with the colors. Either way it's fine. Just remember that the U that you make, that U shape, the scallop, needs to touch the one that you just did before. See how my line is getting longer and longer as I come to the middle of the circle in the plate. Okay, I'm not making a pattern of colors. I'm just sort of, whichever one of those colors I touch, that's the one I'm using. See my letter U's just going right across the plate. And you keep going until you finish that. There we go. Right to the end. Here's my orange again. You can use permanent markers if you like. I've got my Crayola water-based markers here. And I'll use the brown again right from the edge of the circle in the plate. Go right across. U, and stop there. Here's the black. I put a little black in there. My black's getting a little bit worn out. Looks almost like gray now. I think I'll have to replace the black. This is an orange too, but it's a much lighter orange. And as I pass through the center, as I'm going down to the bottom of the circle, my line starts to get shorter and shorter and shorter. Just like it did at the top, the opposite way. Here, and brown. There we go, lots of U's, and maybe that light orange again. I'm almost down to the bottom. And maybe the gray. I've got a gray here. I thought that might be like an owl's feathers too, a kind of gray color. And I think I have room for one more line. I think I'll make that the orange. Right to the bottom of the circle. Always touching the one you just did. See, right to the bottom here. Now once you've done this, you're going to fold your plate. You need to fold it so that it looks like this. You have a little space here, and these are the wings of the owl. So you take one and fold it in, and the other and fold it in till they just about meet. Do you see how mine are almost meeting there? And press down. Yeah, and move, dance your little fingers up and down, up and down, up and down to help you fold it. Once you get it, go back and fold it again. Sometimes I like to use my scissors. I keep it closed, and then I go along it like this with the handle part. It helps to fold it really, really tightly down. That's a nice sharp crease, and it stays down. Then you have your piece on the top here. See that piece there? We're going to fold that over. Now that's a little bit difficult to fold over because the paper plate is so thick. So you really have to use your fingers like tools to press it down. Dance your fingers along to get it really pressed down. And once again, I take my trusty scissors with the handle and I just go over it till it's really pressed down. If you use the scissors, it helps keep everything pressed down. Now we're ready to make the designs or patterns on the wings. And once again, you can do whatever color design you want. You can do, I use my orange here, and then just so I don't forget, I'll turn it around and I'll use my orange to match it. Right along there. I use my Crayola marker on the side so I get a nice thick line. It just helps it go a little bit faster when you're putting the color in. Now, let's see, maybe I'll use the brown and put some brown here. There we go. Some nice thick section of brown. Turn it around and do the same thing on the other side. I really am pressing down hard because these ridges in the plate are making a bumpy road. So I have to really press down there on the side. You can make some dots in there if you like. Remember, you don't have to do it the way I'm doing it. You can do your own. I'm just getting an idea, and then I'm going to show it to you. Now I think I will use the yellow right after the brown. I'm going to lift the head up a little bit, get under there and put some yellow. There we go. A nice thick band of yellow. Turn it around and do the other side. This is so the owl's wings are the same on each side. There we go. And I think for my last color, what shall I use? I'm going to use that light orange. That really light orange. You see how it's bumping along there? That's okay. That could be a fun part of your design, those bumpy ridges. You turn it around and do it again. And you know what? I see another spot where I could do one more color. You see right along the edge of the plate there? The plate has a kind of border. I think I'll make that border brown. Right there on the edge of the plate. Turn it around right on the edge of the plate. There we go. Now on the one I showed you at the beginning, I did a different design. I did not do this. What I did was I went inside those ridges with the different colors, which is just another idea if you would like to do that. Now we're ready for the eyes. Here's where we get to our paper. You need to take a piece of scrap paper. I had this from another project, but I always save my scraps, and fold it in half so that you can cut 2 eyes out at the same time. See, when you fold your paper and you do 1, you get 2. If you would like to draw it first, you could draw it first with your marker. Let me move you over. You could draw a nice big circle. Big circle. There we go. Now I can cut this out. Follow along. If you make a mistake and you go outside your lines, that's fine. It will look great. If you want your lines to show, you'll glue it down this way. Otherwise, I like to flip it over so you don't see my lines. Now I need the eye in the middle, so I'm going to use my black marker. And I'm going to put a little eye in the middle, only because I think it looks funny with a little pupil of the eye in the middle. You can make yours bigger. This one's a little bigger if you notice, but I like the little one. That's up to you. Okay, so we've got the eyes, which you will glue down. One here, nice big eyes, and another one right here. But we're not gluing yet. We're going to put the 2 eyes on the side because we need to make the owl's beak, which is a triangle. So I've got my scrap brown paper here. Let me cut off some for the beak. I still need for the 2 feet. So I'll cut off a piece for the beak, and I'm going to make a long triangle. Just cut into here, like that, and cut into here, like that. There we go. So I have my eyes and the beak. Now I need the feet. So for the feet, you take your piece of paper and again, fold it in half. Remember, we want to get 2 feet. All right, so here we can cut off a rectangle there. So we've got a rectangle folded in half, so we get 2 of them. Okay. Now, let's go to the bottom and let's cut out a W shape. Let's make a W. You can use your marker for this or your pencil if you want, and draw a W or an M. W this way, M this way. All right. Cut out these little triangles. One here, snip and snip. And then we're going to cut right through to give us 2 feet. 2 feet. There we go. Now I would suggest too that you do something with the top. If you want to leave it square, you can, but I put them back together and I decided to just round it off a little bit like that. I just thought it would look nicer. So right at the top, a little bit of a rounded off like that. All right, we've got our 2 feet. We've got our 2 eyes and our beak. So the first thing we'll do, let's glue the beak down. You need your glue. put a little glue along the top. I like to kind of rub it in a little near the top. Kind of smooth it out a little. All right. Glue the beak right down here. Press it down a little bit and hold. There. Now, we take, I think it might be better just to put the glue here because the eyes are so big, we don't want to get the glue in the places where we don't need it. So I put some glue there, and I glued one eye here. You notice how it's sticking out? And the other eye here. I did overlap them a little bit. Press down and hold. Press down and hold. Good. Now the feet, one here and one here. We just need a little glue at the top. Here's one. And here's two. Now let's press the feet down. Press the feet down right in that empty spot there. Hold it a little bit, just a little, to make sure you're spreading the glue all around. I'm kind of dancing my fingers around to spread the glue out. And there we are. You've got your owl with its beautiful chest feathers and its wings. And your designs can look however you like them to be. They do not have to be the way I did that. And again, your colors can be whatever you like. I hope you enjoy making this owl, boys and girls, ladies and gentlemen. And we're going to move on to another project. Bye.